welcome to a tailored collection channel. Today we are going to look at Star Wars Hot Toys Marrok from the Ahsoka series here. Finally got this one in hand, had him pre-ordered pretty much as soon as he went up on Sideshow's website. I do get all my figures from Sideshow, just so you guys know. But yeah, blue banner style around the front there with a couple images of the actual figure himself. On the inside of the box, we do have awesome styled artwork showing off the figure himself, as well as a little teaser of Ahsoka. Loving this style of artwork that we get right off the front. But let's look at the box a little bit closer. Typical Star Wars styled box here with the V tapered black and gray on the front sides. Again, that banner on the front. I do like the addition of the banners on the side and the front. They are just a little flappy, so just be careful like with this on the side here. Just got to make sure it doesn't rip off when you're putting the box away or stashing it somewhere in storage. Again, do really like this though, that they are including some kind of style on the box itself. Some kind of stylized artwork on the box itself, I should say. Getting the box open here, though, we do have that artwork meeting us right up top. Again, I really like this with that World Between Worlds artwork kind of colliding with Marrok on the front here. Get the little teaser of the Ahsoka, just showing that, you probably want these two together. Very cool. It says Star Wars Marrok down the side. And right behind the artwork, we get the classic style clam tray, pulling them out of the box here. The cape was attached to the bottom underside of the clam tray, but it fell out. Just the tape didn't stick on all the way. No harm done there. Gonna get him open now. See what he comes with. A lot of hands, a couple lightsabers, a couple blades. We will be taking a closer look at that in just a second. Holding onto the figure for the first time, though. Liking what I see here. Weathering, really well done. Body feels nice and tight. That helmet is the bread and butter here, I think. For me, at least. I really like that helmet. Putting him back in the box. Let's get everything else out here and see what he all comes with. Take a closer dive in. Starting off with the display base first here. Typical Star Wars Death Star style base. It's not something that we haven't seen before. We've gotten this a ton. The weathering is usually different from base to base, though. I like how this weathering is looking very scratched up, very grimy, kind of to go along with Marrok himself. And we do get two fan blades, swooshing blade style here. Gets dimmer on the backside to show that it is kind of in motion. I think I might start using these a little bit more than I already do. I don't hate them. The saturation on the blades, though, is terrible. They look pink. If light shines on it, if sun shines on the blade at all, it looks straight pink. You do get two light up sabers, one full circle, one half circle. We'll take a look at the detail closer on the non-light up ones because the cables are going to get in the way. The light up ones will plug into this junction box here, and this clip is just going to go right on the crotch grabber, so you don't have to hold it to the figure at all. All right, gonna take a little bit of a closer look here at the sabers. You get to see all that nice weathering detail, and it is very weathered, very dirty. All the cracks and crevices is just, you can almost feel it like right here on that half circle. It is very grimy, textural. Really like the look at this saber. The half parts here do not split; they're just fixed in place. There's a little bit of chipping and silver dry brush on the actual handle part, but here's the full size circled saber. I really like the emitters, how they're more angular and flat. It's just super cool. I think the handguard is a little bit too big for the show accuracy, but I mean, it looks like the thing. It does the thing. Very cool Inquisitor saber that we have here. Again, just the weathering is awesome. And we do get a swap out gauntlet here that has like a control panel at his top forearm. I think I'm just going to leave this one on the figure since it has that little extra detail. We did get 2 pairs of relaxed palm hands, just blacked glove hands with the armor on the top side of his hands. The detail is really well done. The wrinkles look exquisite. They look like real 1/6 gloved hands. We do get 2 gripping hands. We don't get pairs for everything here, but detail is really well done. The knuckles, the folds, everything. You can pry it open pretty easily to get the saber slipped in there. 1 gloved right hand here, though. I don't know why we don't get 2 for this one, but we don't. So one fist hand for the right side. And then 1 force pulling hand for his left side. Again, the detail is very well done here. I just would like to probably have pairs. I would like to have pairs. That would be nice. Looking at his cloak, he does come with a cloak. It's like he wears on his right side, kind of a half cloak. We'll be looking this on the figure. We'll be taking a look at this on the figure a little bit later here. Now getting him out on the turntable, spinning here. He looks awesome, man. He looks so cool. Really happy I was able to get this one in hand. I mean, just standing straight up and down there. He's got his lightsaber on his back as well, but he looks amazing. I mean, all black costume. Seems like it's going to be easy to make, but overall proportions really stand out. The weathering really stands out. And I just really like the design of this. It's like a classic medieval knight, but a Sith Inquisitor. Can't go wrong with that. Coming up more closely here, we're going to start off with his knees, shin guards, and boots. The weathering, they're all super, super weathered in the cracks, crevices, all to look like it's been rusted in those cracks and crevices. The knee pads are held on by a Velcro on both sides here, so you can get that off. You can pose them up and then repose them, put those shin guards on so nothing is scratching together and rubbing off the paint there. Coming down to his boots, really like the style of these boots, especially with the split cut design at the ankles so that we can get full range of articulation here. Side to side, forward, back, all that good stuff. You can really stretch out his legs and get him in a dynamic pose and keep him sturdy on the table. I just really like how they've done these boots with that split cut design. And where that ankle joint is, it is sculpted as well to look like it is the boot itself. At first I thought it was the foot peg, but it's not. Like that on the back there, that's supposed to be like the backside of the boot. We do have full sculpted tread on the bottom here. There's not any weathering though, actually. It's not really dirty on the bottom, even though you would think that would be the dirtiest part. Interesting. The armor is really gritty. Probably going to see that throughout the piece here also. Coming up to the pants, moving on. Very dirty, very weathered. I really like these pants. They're a little bit baggy so that you can get them in some cool posing. I They do get a little tight in the crotch area if you spread his legs out too far. If you're trying to get him real wild close to the ground, not going to be able to do that. The fabric is a little bit restricting there just for accuracy purposes, but weathering super well done. Yeah, man, I really like how they did this. They don't always weather fabric, so thankfully they have here. It makes sense for this guy considering his armor is very weathered as well. Ab section, armor section. I love his armor very much. I don't know what that T is supposed to represent, but maybe we'll find out later. It's got these like red buttons on the front here that should look like they have been or are lighting up, but they do not look like they're painted like that. They just look like they could be illuminated. So that would have been cool if they did paint them to look like they were lighted up, but they are not. Around the back, same kind of styled weathering in all the edges and edging details. That rust is just very cool. Same with the pauldrons. Different styled fabric for his arm area. It's like a ribbed style fabric. Fabric or Velcro now for the pauldrons that hold those into place. There's a strap that goes underneath the fabric. I don't really know if that's accurate. I haven't seen that in really any pictures of Marrok from the screen used costume, but same thing for the left pauldron as well. And coming up to the helmet, my favorite part of this piece, most definitely. On the neck area, the fabric is a different style of texture, which is interesting. We got that collar going up that goes all the way inside the helmet to look like there's no skin texture showing. This helmet, man, so cool. Like I said earlier, kind of a resemblance of a medieval knight, which is very much what is coming through here. Again, weathering rust style on the back of the helmet in the crevices and folds. You can really see it on that edge there. Again, the sides of the helmet have those like same little light areas that looks like they would be illuminated, but they are not. Again, should have just painted them to look like they were. Maybe it looked a little too weird and they tried that out, but would have been cool. On the back, we do have a peg port here for his lightsaber. Showing you guys what that looks like here. Just place it in. It's going to be held in with friction. And now he looks even cooler somehow with a lightsaber attached to his back. I really like that. Now taking a look at him with his cape on. Very cool. This is probably how he's going to be looking in my collection. Possibly just standing straight up and down with the cape on. I mean, right now I don't have a lot of room in my DTOF cabinets. Thankfully, I'm getting Modu cases soon, so we'll have more space. But again, Marrok with his cape on, very cool. I'm glad they included this, as I mean, they should have anyway, but I'm glad it's here. Gonna get some cool poses with him looking like that in his cape a little bit later. Moving on to lightsabers, LED lightsabers here. Blink and you'll miss it. We're gonna try it with the lights on first. Here we go. There it was, just like that. They're lit up, but you can't tell. Again, trying the lights on first just to see what it will look like in some low lighting in your collection. It is not bright. I also wanted to try out the fan style blades first. Turning off the lights, they don't look terrible. Definitely are a step up from the base lit hilts that we've got in the past that we had to use with the swap out arms. And now regular blades. It really doesn't look terrible. It's not the best. Light's going to be dimmed towards the middle of the blades, like always. But for the most part, this is a step up. It's just all the cables that you have to manage and, deciding if you want to put in the work and time to get this lit up in your collection. Moving on to some comparisons here. We got Balin's skull. Balin Skull. Rest in peace to Ray Stevenson. Great performance, great character. I am glad that we get to see what his character is going to be up to in season 2 of Ahsoka. But nonetheless, rest in peace to Ray Stevenson. What a great figure he is for Balin Skull. And then we got Grand Admiral Thrawn. Cool piece, very simple piece. Wide styled officer uniform. But it's a little, beaten up since he's been on Peridia for who knows how long. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I really like these two standing next to each other. It's going to be cool to get all the baddies in the cabinet together, standing side by side. And then bringing in Enoch. These two are really cool together. I was just pulling out all my baddies from Ahsoka 2 to get these comparisons side by sides going. These two look really cool together. Never saw any screen time. Same with Admiral Thrawn and Marrok, but nonetheless, these two look really good together on the shelf. Wrapping up on everything Marrok here. I really like this figure, man. This is super awesome. The posing that we can do with it, with the all fabric cape. I don't think there's any pleather on this whole figure at all, which is awesome. You can go crazy with the posing, really spend some time with it and, take some cool photos. The only thing I don't love about it is if he's just standing straight up and down here, his arms don't go all the way to the side. The torso armor section does kind of hinder those arms from sticking all the way to his side, but it's not a deal breaker at all here. You can make him look so cool with just standing straight up and down. The arms to the side, not a deal breaker. Yeah, I mean, the weathering is what really knocks it out of the park here. Thankfully, his undersuit, all of the fabrics weathered as well to really match the figure himself and his armor. The helmet, I mean, he's just such a cool design, guys. If you want him, you're not going to be disappointed. I don't think you'll regret it at all. This is a super fun piece, especially to have in your Ahsoka collection with all the figures that we've gone from that line. But that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.